Today's top story highlights a significant escalation in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. We will also delve into a cargo ship attack in the Red Sea and the impact of financial market fluctuations amid geopolitical tensions. Here are today's top 10 stories you need to know. In a surprising turn of events, the funeral of Iran's slain leader saw the presence of his three sons, but notably, his successor was absent. This development raises questions about the future leadership of Iran amidst ongoing turmoil. The current political landscape is fraught with uncertainty following the leader's assassination, which has left a power vacuum that could lead to further instability in the region. The fact that the successor did not attend may signal internal divisions within the ruling class. Observers are concerned that this lack of unity could embolden opposition groups and exacerbate ongoing conflicts with external adversaries. As Iran grapples with these leadership challenges, international observers are keenly watching how this will affect its foreign policy, particularly in relation to the ongoing tensions with Israel and the United States. The implications of this situation could reverberate throughout the Middle East. Analysts suggest that the absence of clear leadership may hinder Iran's ability to navigate these complex geopolitical dynamics. Moving forward, it remains to be seen how Iran will stabilize its internal politics while managing external pressures. A cargo ship reported being under attack in the Red Sea off the coast of Yemen, marking a troubling escalation in maritime security concerns. The British military confirmed the incident, attributing the attack to Houthi rebels who have increasingly targeted vessels navigating the region. This incident comes amid heightened tensions related to the ongoing conflict in Yemen and the broader geopolitical struggle in the Arabian Peninsula. Attacks on shipping routes have been a common tactic used by the Houthis, forcing companies to reconsider their navigation strategies. The Bab al-Mandab Strait, a crucial maritime passage, has seen a surge in military activity, raising fears of a potential disruption in global trade. The international community is alarmed by the implications this may have on oil prices and global supply chains. As the situation unfolds, shipping companies are now weighing the risks of operating in such volatile waters. Analysts predict that if these attacks continue, we may see increased military presence in the area to ensure safe passage for commercial vessels. The coming days will be critical in determining how countries navigate this complex security landscape. In financial news, markets are showing signs of recovery as stocks rose and oil prices eased following a period of significant volatility. This upturn comes after President Donald Trump's recent comments cast doubt on a temporary truce in the escalating conflict with Iran. Investors reacted positively to the notion that stability might be returning, even if temporarily. However, the underlying geopolitical tensions remain a concern, as traders are acutely aware that such gains could be fleeting. The connection between geopolitical events and market performance is becoming increasingly evident, especially in sectors like energy that are directly impacted by international relations. Analysts caution that the market's optimism could be tested if further developments arise in the conflict with Iran, particularly regarding oil supply disruptions. As key economic indicators show signs of improvement, experts are watching closely to see if this trend continues. The expectation is that if peace talks can progress, we may see sustained growth in the markets. However, uncertainty looms over the potential for renewed conflict, reminding investors to remain vigilant. Tensions are rising once again between Ukraine and Russia, as reports indicate increased military activity along the border. Ukraine is bracing for potential escalations as Russian troops have amassed in significant numbers, raising alarms among Western allies. The situation is reminiscent of previous escalations that have led to conflict, and analysts are urging both sides to exercise restraint. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, with NATO countries expressing concern over the implications for regional security. Sanctions against Russia remain in place, but there are calls for more robust responses if hostilities break out. The precarious balance of power in Eastern Europe hangs in the balance as both sides prepare for any eventuality. The potential for conflict could disrupt not only the region, but also have broader implications for global security and energy supplies. As Ukraine fortifies its defenses, the world is left wondering how this situation will unfold. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing, but the window for a peaceful resolution is rapidly closing. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has escalated significantly, with both sides launching attacks. Over the past 24 hours, airstrikes have been reported, leading to civilian casualties and widespread destruction in Gaza. The violence has drawn international condemnation and calls for an immediate ceasefire. The humanitarian situation on the ground is dire, with thousands of displaced individuals seeking refuge from the fighting. Aid organizations are struggling to provide assistance amidst the chaos, highlighting the urgent need for a resolution to the conflict. Both Israel and Hamas appear entrenched in their positions, with little sign of diplomatic progress. The international community is concerned that without intervention, the situation could spiral further out of control, leading to more extensive regional instability. As global leaders call for peace talks, the reality on the ground continues to deteriorate, raising fears of a prolonged conflict. The coming days will be critical in assessing whether any negotiations can take place amid the rising tensions. A powerful tornado in central China has left at least 11 people dead and hundreds injured after it struck without warning. The tornado, which occurred late Monday, wreaked havoc in the city of Huanggang, uprooting trees and destroying buildings. Emergency services are currently engaged in recovery efforts, working tirelessly to assist those affected by the disaster. The destructive force of the tornado has drawn attention to the increasing severity of weather events in the region, raising concerns about climate change and urban preparedness. As officials assess the damage, the need for improved infrastructure becomes apparent, especially in areas prone to such natural disasters. The impact on local communities is profound, with families displaced and essential services disrupted. This event serves as a stark reminder of nature's wrath and the importance of disaster preparedness. Moving forward, authorities will need to implement better strategies to safeguard communities against future occurrences of extreme weather events. In a groundbreaking scientific development, researchers have announced the first signs of quantum entanglement in a class of materials known as strange metals. This discovery, made through neutron scattering measurements, provides new insights into the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics. The implications of this research could pave the way for advancements in quantum computing and materials science. As scientists delve deeper into this phenomenon, they are optimistic about its potential applications in technology and understanding the universe. This breakthrough comes at a time when global interest in quantum research is surging, with nations investing heavily in related fields. The potential benefits of harnessing quantum properties could revolutionize industries ranging from telecommunications to energy. Experts are eager to see how this discovery will influence future research and technological developments. As the scientific community rallies around this finding, we could be on the verge of a new era in quantum technology. The coming months will be crucial in determining the full scope of this discovery's impact. In a significant policy shift, the United States has announced new measures regarding immigration, particularly focusing on the treatment of asylum seekers at the southern border. This policy change comes amid ongoing debates about immigration reforms and the humanitarian crisis caused by increased border crossings. The new measures aim to streamline the asylum process while ensuring that individuals seeking refuge are treated fairly and humanely. Advocates for immigrants have expressed cautious optimism about these changes, although concerns about enforcement remain. The implications of this policy shift could affect thousands of individuals seeking safety and stability in the U.S. As the implementation begins, officials will be monitoring the outcomes closely to assess its effectiveness. The potential for legal challenges also looms as various stakeholders assess the new regulations. Moving forward, the administration faces the challenge of balancing national security with humanitarian obligations. The situation at the border continues to be a focal point in American political discourse, and the coming weeks will reveal how these changes play out in practice. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has escalated dramatically following the recent violence between Israel and Hamas. This conflict, which reignited after years of tension, has led to thousands of civilians being displaced from their homes. Many face dire shortages of essential services, including healthcare, food, and clean water, which are critical for survival. The ongoing hostilities have severely hindered humanitarian aid efforts, preventing organizations from delivering vital supplies to those in desperate need. The international community, alarmed by the deteriorating situation, has issued urgent calls for a ceasefire, emphasizing the importance of allowing humanitarian access to the affected populations. The impact on civilians is catastrophic. Hospitals are overwhelmed with casualties, and the destruction of infrastructure complicates recovery and relief efforts. The plight of those in Gaza raises profound ethical questions about the responsibilities of nations and international organizations in providing timely assistance. As diplomatic negotiations continue, it is imperative that the urgent humanitarian needs of the affected civilians are addressed alongside efforts for a lasting peace. In the coming days, the focus will be on securing a ceasefire that not only halts violence, but also ensures that aid can flow freely to those who need it most. The conflict between Israel and Hamas has escalated into a full-scale war, marked by intense airstrikes and ground operations. In the past 24 hours alone, casualties have surged, with reports indicating significant loss of life on both sides. This escalation follows a series of provocations, including rocket fire from Gaza and retaliatory airstrikes, that have heightened tensions in the region, leading to widespread international condemnation. The humanitarian situation in Gaza has deteriorated rapidly as airstrikes have destroyed civilian infrastructure, leaving families without shelter or access to water, food, and medical care. The images of devastation emerging from the area underscore the urgency of the crisis, prompting calls for ceasefire and peace negotiations from global leaders and organizations. Regional powers, including Egypt and Jordan, alongside the United Nations, are now under pressure to intervene and facilitate discussions aimed at de-escalation. The persistence of violence raises serious concerns about the long-term implications for stability in the Middle East. Observers fear that if this conflict continues unchecked, it could ignite a wider regional war involving neighboring countries, further destabilizing an already volatile area. As diplomatic efforts unfold, the need for humanitarian assistance grows increasingly critical. In the coming days, the actions taken by both sides will be crucial in determining the future trajectory of peace and security in this deeply troubled region. Thank you for joining us today. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.